know.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. And here in this space, we drink our coffee strong, we wear our lashes long. And ladies, we are the black coffee. Our lips drip with honey, and sometimes we got a little bit of grit. We've got sass, class, and all that ass, y'all. And I'm Dr. Jamesia, the nurse practitioner extraordinaire. I'm also your intermittent fasting and mindset coach, YouTube influencer, speaker, author, all the things. And I am one fourth of Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. And I'll toss it over to you, Maisha. The mic's yours.
Hello, everybody. My name is Debbie Maisha. I am the Sensual Energy Alchemist. I am a teacher of sensuality and a master life coach. And my business, Sensual Energy Alchemy, guides Black women into their confidence and power through pleasure. Carmel.
Yes, and I am Carmel Jean-Francois, owner and founder and CEO of CFit Coaching, working with individuals who have come to realize that they have a food and sugar addiction, and I assist them by guiding them through a whole food, plant-based lifestyle in order to combat that addiction and whatever chronic conditions that might come along with it. And I'm here to encourage everyone to add more plants to your plate. So back to you, Dr. J.
So, this topic today is just talking about adulting and how hard it is. Because, listen, y'all, I have put so much on my plate that I'm overwhelmed. And so I said, you know what? I don't even want to do it. I don't want, can somebody come and do this for me? Can somebody adult for me? Because this is for the birds. It is for the birds, y'all. Let me tell you, I am so over scheduled, overworked, overplayed, over everything, really, honestly. And I said, you know what? Thank God for all of my devices, all of my schedules, and all of my tools. However, even with that,
Well, you
It's a
look fabulous,
lot.
though. You look good doing it.
well, you know why? Because there's a wedding coming. There's a wedding in less than 48 hours. And all of this had to happen. But
Yeah.
even with that, let me tell y'all, my nurse sent me a message and says, hey, for today, make sure you have some Benadryl on board because the patient that we're going to see has several cats and several dogs. Well, of course, you know, I forgot. So
Are
I
you
get
allergic?
there. I am very allergic. So I get there and I am dying. So what you see now is better me, but earlier me, anyway.
Oh,
So
no.
if I would have remembered to, she tried to help me out, but I
Yeah.
didn't, so much on my plate, so much going on. But anyway, that's all. I mean,
She said that's all. So, Jamesia, I know exactly what you mean by saying that you overscheduled yourself. When I was making out my schedule for the summer, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and it's my birthday, and I'm gonna do that," and it was fun to look at my full summer plans. It was fun, but
Mhm.
what I failed to remember was that each event that I was planning wasn't one day. It wasn't one day.
Yeah.
There was planning. There was the commitment for the days leading to it, the day of, and then the recovery, right? And now on to the next thing. So, oh my God, I know exactly what you mean. Number one, it's summertime. Number two, it's our birthday season,
Mhm.
and everybody, you're being pulled in different directions because everybody wants
Mhm.
to do something for the summer. Everybody's like, oh, weekend trip, let's do this, let's do that, and you're like, okay, because we are social butterflies, quote unquote. We like to live. We like
Yeah.
to live. But I know what you mean. Yesterday I was not feeling well. And like my body let me know, girl, sit down somewhere, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I got home and I just hit the couch and I slept for 2 hours. Nothing, like, I don't do that. Usually I'm like, okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to be in bed in a few hours. My body couldn't wait that long. And when I woke up, I felt so rejuvenated. It was incredible. The fact that my body was like, girl, stop, 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 stop.
Definitely.
And paying attention helps. But then what do you do when there's no time to kind of like succumb to it?
Right.
And I make this reference quite often because I remember I speak about my car accident a lot. My car accident happened 17, 18 years ago. And that's exactly what I was doing. I was really running, knock on wood, God bless you, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
was running myself down and my body was saying stop. And I wasn't listening until it made me stop. I got into a car accident, ended up in the hospital, emergency room, 2 operations, 5 days later, coming home in a cast. You know, it changed my life, of course, and there were lessons from it, yes. But did I want to learn the lesson that way? You know, so that adulting, it's a real thing. And yes, I wish that I could just hit pause and have my clone come in and just do the rest. I'm just gonna go take a nap.
No, seriously, and honestly, when I say everything is coming at me, everything that adults are supposed to do, like my finances, my time management, my household chores, relationships, my career, my mental and physical health, everything right now, July, even though I've been having a grand time, mind you, stuff has kind of just gone by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And,
My daughter was my daughter was talking about that because she's always like, she's like, people lie, you know, when you're a kid, they, you know, I mean, me and her father didn't tell her this, but society did. And it's like when you're a kid, everybody's like, what do you need to do? And then it's like, you'll have it all together when you're an adult. She's like, adults are just children. You're just children, just grown up. I said, yeah, we're still figuring it out.
Figuring it out.
I mean, she said, except for, you know, I mean, and they recognize, except for, you know, they still got me to lean on in some ways. I said, well, y'all better enjoy that because I did not have that.
Absolutely.
Right. And the longer you've been adulting, I mean, how long have I been? I was adulting before I needed to be adulting. The longer you've been adulting, the more when you're an adult, you're really, really like, I'm
Over it.
I'm over it. You know, and she was talking about that today. Oh, she's like, you know, I have to get my mental health right. I got to get my physical health right. Then I got to go over here and do this, but I'm working at the same time. So she's like, when are people supposed to have time to do anything? Because by the time you finish doing all the things, you're exhausted and you're tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't got an answer for you for that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, oh, sorry. Go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the biggest thing is using all of the tools, right, that we have. But more than anything, it's people. Getting people to daggone help you. No, I'm serious. Because, I mean, I have, like I said, in my Google Calendar, my iPhone, my regular calendar, I have everything there. And it's there to be managed. But I need help.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to get other people to do it. It could be in there all day long. If I don't get the help, I'm just going crazy. And I'm telling you, I called my sweetie today. I said, hey, I really wish you could do X, Y, or Z. But he's like, well, hey, sweetie, I'm over here adulting.
Right.
Yeah.
Maya said you will have time when you retire and move to a tropical island.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful, Maya.
And hi, Haji.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
And that's when, so you said something interesting, get people and help you. Yeah, they're over there adulting too, but some people have skills and talent and maybe even passion for some of the things that you don't want to do. So it's for us to take advantage of this, schedule time in. Like in order for me to do my homework, I've called one of my one of my classmates, and I was just like, hey, listen, let's schedule a 1 hour and a half every other week at best, every other week. Let's just sit down and knock out some of our homework. We can talk about it, just like, just a peer thing. And just to do my homework, like I can't even find the time to do that. And getting people to stay on top of you. I was referred to a tax person because taxes and finances, that's where I crawl under the rug. And I'm like, no, mommy, no, like I don't want to do that. And so I reached out to somebody. I said, do you have anybody? He's like, yeah, I have so and so and so. I said, I need to be babysat. Like they need to hold my hand through this process. He says, okay, forget that guy. Let's get you that guy. So certain people are good with that, So that's what I'm looking to do. Find where can I use people's skills the most?
Mhm.
And if that person doesn't work, I'll use that person and the rest of it, figure it out.
Yeah.
But that's the part. And like I just celebrated this 50th birthday and you just celebrated 55th. Yay! But we're still figuring it out. It's true. But I remember seeing my
Yes, sir.
parents and I remember thinking, I don't want to be that stressed. I don't want to be that stressed.
I remember watching my grandmother thinking, wow, she's amazing. She's amazing. Right now, I don't want to recreate that. I want to be amazing. That's fine. But I don't mind calling someone to help me clean the house. At this point,
That's right.
hey.
That's right.
And honestly, I had to phone a friend, like I said, to help me even with being able to enjoy this wedding. That's coming. So, thank God for other people and support and friends and all of that. But you have to be able to say, hey, my support system, I need your help. And this is what I need you to do. Because it doesn't matter how many tools, how many calendars, how many whatever you've got. Adulting is freaking hard and you need help.
And because adulting is hard, I'm always clapping my hands at you all. Taking care of me is hard enough. Watching after the children I've raised is hard enough. People want me to be in places and spaces and do all kinds of extra. I literally don't have the mental energy for that. Y'all know my calendar. People talk about time blocking. I'm like, time blocking on my calendar looks like I am only putting on my calendar the things I absolutely have to do. Nothing else is going on my calendar. If I look at a day and I see chunks of colors on there, I will lose my shit. None of it will get done. I will crawl into a hole and I will stay in my bed seriously for the entire day. So no, I'm not going to everyone's stuff. I'm not going to this networking event. I'm not going there. I stay my happy Black behind at home. I rest within myself. And adulting is still hard. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you all are out there doing what I literally do not know how you even do it. You've got this much time out of me, and then I'm wiped for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it still shows the importance of community, though.
Oh, big time.
We have gotten this idea that we're supposed to be doing stuff all by ourselves and we're supposed to be able to handle it all by ourselves. And I don't know, I do know where that lie came from, but it is a complete lie. And yes, we absolutely need to have people that we can call. I mean, I got live-in cleaners, so I'm not worried about that. I'm like, hey, this needs to be clean. That needs to be cleaned.
You have a live-in house manager too.
That's correct. So I was just looking at my floors just now, like, okay, who am I going to assign to that? Because we're our community. But even outside of that, we still need people to step in for us. Adulting is hard, and we're not supposed to do it alone.
No, absolutely not. And like I said, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. And even last week, with me being out of pocket, last week I was supposed to be running the Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits segments, and Maisha stepped in, right? Yeah. So it's like we have to be able to say, hey, I cannot do it all.
That's right.
Hey, I need help. And to remember that your support system is going to need you to be a support system at one point So you're going to have to take care of yourself. You're going to have to rest. You're going to have to do all the things that I'm not currently doing. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do after I'm done with all this crap.
Yes.
But it has to be done.
Get some rest.
I am going to
Yeah.
I got some really good rest on the cruise.
Yeah. that's
However,
good.
even with that, stuff was in the back of my mind because I had some work here at home with the wedding and work with my job and my career and this and that. And it's just kind of hard to really sink into it, right? But now that I have some of this stuff getting ready to be behind me, I am going to get some rest
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
really am a good adult sometimes, but right now I'm just a big old baby.
Right. It's a lot right now. And it's fair, it's fine. Be that big baby. And that's another thing. Why can't we whine and moan and groan about it?
Absolutely.
Right? Until we get to a place where like, okay, I need to let that out and I'm good now.
That's right.
And I loved what you said, that you've been having a grand old time. You've been having a fantastic time. How about for the folks who are adulting, don't have community, not enjoying it in the least?
Right.
Like, where do they turn
Right.
to? How do they release? How do they cope? They're the ones who are going to have to cope throughout every day, every week, every month on their own. Maybe there is no community. Maybe they don't have that luxury, right? But we know that we have it, and we know that we can turn to folks. So it's for us to take advantage of it. And for those of us who feel like, oh no, I can't displace anybody by telling them about my woes, get over it.
I know that's huge for me. It really is. It's huge sometimes for me to just say, I'm not there. I'm not well. I'm not. But again, like you said, for the people who don't have the support system, then you do have to figure things out so that you don't go crazy and you're not losing your crap, because adulting's here. Listen, we have to do it. And there's only so much escaping we can do, right?
Right.
So, of course, when it comes to your finances, try to budget, do whatever you need to do to get your stuff, your crap paid and all that good stuff. When it comes to your physical and mental health, try to do those cat naps. Like Maisha said, she got 15 minutes. I've been getting five minutes here and there. I'm not a napper, but I've needed some 5 minutes here and there. Take walks, take care of yourself, all of those things. And you know
Breathe.
what? Breathe and phone a friend. Phone a friend just to say something. And if you don't have a
Let it
friend,
out.
use your journal. And if you don't journal, I don't know, sing, put some headphones on, dance around, something.
Talk to yourself in the mirror. Scream at yourself in the mirror.
Why are you laughing at me, Maisha?
Let it out.
I'm laughing because those are things I did when I didn't have any community, and it was just me and a crazy husband and 5 children, and there wasn't anybody that I felt like I could really call for like a decade. And so that there were 2 people in the house, but I was adulting on my own.
Yeah.
So for me it was the opposite. Like I had to learn that, there are people I can call. And I think who was it? I might have told you guys this story. I think it was either my daughter or my middle son. One of them, because they're all so introspective. But they were like, this is like 3 years ago. They're like, who do you call when you need something?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't. I just handle it, right? But for the people who are out there who don't have community, I let us be your community first of all. Okay, so you can start there by just coming to hang out with us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But it is important to have people. We are not meant to do this alone. And guaranteed, you probably do have someone in your circle, but there's a part of you that's saying, I'm not supposed to call somebody to complain. I'm not supposed to have to ask for help. I should be able to handle all of this on my own. Okay, well, maybe today's not that day.
Mm-hmm.
And allow other people to do for you what you would do for them.
Amen, sister. Amen.
We're usually very quick to come in and rescue someone, or not even rescue, but to assist. We're
Yes.
usually very quick to assist. And yet we don't find it in ourselves to ask. And yeah, we need to get over that, because the community is real. Back in the days when people actually lived in communities, because I hear stories about my mother and how she lived near her cousins, and one lived around the corner here and in their little areas. And so the community was already, it just came with life. Community just came with life. And here we are, we're living in the States, living in the city, and community, we literally have to seek it out.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the part that's so important. Seek it out, because it can be life changing and life saving.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to seek it out, because them folks that you are related to are not the people. Okay,
Yeah.
they are not the people.
And people stress people out.
The most, the most.
They're the reason why you feel the way you do.
You're feeling the way you feel. Yeah, it's like, no, not
Oh my
today.
gosh. Well, listen, if you guys have any tips for us on what you do, put it in the comment section. We want to hear it.
Seriously,
Like this
seriously.
video, send it to somebody, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you in our community. Join our Facebook page too. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
100%.
How are you adulting? How are you handling the adulting? Because it doesn't end until your life does. So here we
This
are.
one, bull. Anyway.
I need a life manager. Can you just manage my life? I just want to wake up, look pretty, and then go to sleep.
Listen, this one wants a jet, and that's fine, but I have reached the point where I'm done with doing all the things on my own. Like, I feel like I've completed that level of life.
Mhm.
And I really want a life where I get to pay someone else to do what they love. So I want someone who really enjoys cleaning to clean my home, who really enjoys cooking to cook for me. I want a house manager. I want to open my refrigerator and see my things there. Okay. I don't want to go grocery shopping. I don't want to do it. I've done it for decades now. I want someone who loves to do all the organizing to go do all the organizing. I want to just be great. I want to go and do what I need to do so that I can fund those people's lifestyles. That's what I want to do. So y'all support me so I can support you. I'm
No, that's right.
that cape been burnt, shrunk, gone. There's no super Wonder Womans over here.
I feel you on that. Listen, as I'm telling you, listen, this 55-year-old self over here, what's he talking about? Adulting is a trip, but I wouldn't give it up. I'd rather be in charge of my life than the alternative. I know that's right. I agree with that to a certain degree. You know, really, here's the thing, though.
What's the thing?
Well, the thing is Dayton. I mean, is Mr. Dayton. Now, if I feel like that's why it's so great. The great thing about the adulting is that you ain't got to do shit unless you want to.
But that's the for real.
That's the for real.
The motto I live by.
That's the for real. That is true. I want a chef. Yeah, I know, right? Wouldn't that be great?
I would love a chef.
The thing that I was going to say to Dayton was, to me, I mean, I know he doesn't feel this way, but to me, that's the beauty of a partnership too. That you can just kind of sometimes just say, hey, honey, take it. I need a minute, you know? So that's, you know, y'all know I love, so.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I don't remember where I read it. Okay, we're done with the Superwoman thing. We sure are.
Sure are.
We sure are.
Listen, we're done with
Don't call me Superwoman. I do not want that title.
I'm not
I don't even want to be that. Oh, she's such a strong black woman.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard this. Maybe it was right here in Black Coffee, Honey, and Grits. But I remember hearing that there's this married couple. No, it was an interview. The woman was saying, when I come home, my husband and I communicate and saying, listen, I'm at 70% today.
Oh, that's Brene Brown.
I'm feeling good.
Dr. Brene Brown.
Okay. And then husband would be like, oh, good, because I'm at 30%. I need some support tonight. And it's that level of communication. So we're talking about learning how to ask for it. It goes back down to communication. Somehow every time we talk about something, it's always kind of like communication is key. It's such a it's such a common thing that people say, but it's so true. And it's for us to be able to communicate to say, I need help. And to whoever it is that we feel like we might need that support from. And then, so of course, as long as you can trust them to take the reins, that's it, right? We have to be able to trust that person that we're communicating that to. I'm not gonna go and say it to my baby cousin who's maybe 15 years my junior and say, hey, listen. She can be like, no, I got my own life to live. Like, no. But yeah.
I'm totally with Maurice on that. I really only do what I want to do, and so if I'm doing something, it is because it is actual enjoyment for me. I do not feel obligated to do much of anything. I never feel obligated to say yes to anything, to anyone's invitation, to anyone's event. There is not a nothing that I absolutely that I have to do. That's why the only things that go on my calendar is because I feel like a burning and a yearning in my body that it's like, this is an absolute yes. So if somebody's ever like, oh, you weren't at such and such, I'm like, no, I wasn't.
I know, right?
Well, what about when you fill your calendar up with, and I've said it many times before, I'm like, my plate is so full, but it's filled with the things that I really want to do. It just takes a lot of time. And I think Dr. Jamesia was, you were kind of saying that earlier too. Everything that's on my calendar are things that I want to do. My birthday party, Twins Festival, whatever networking group I want to join, everything on there is things that I want to do. But yet again, there's the planning, there's the actual event, and then there's the recovery. Bianca says, I have done that with my kids and let them know that I needed at least 15 minutes before jumping into mama mode once I got home from work. Beautiful. Yeah,
I
that communication piece.
I can't even fill up my plate. Like if there are 15 things that I really want to do and 10 of them are going to make my plate look full, I'm doing 5. Like I literally don't have the energetic capacity to, even just like the fast-paced seasonal work that I have, it works because it's 4 months. It's condensed, it's short. I can do that. So do that all year round? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The nurse practitioner extraordinaire says, I have lived my life by this scripture, to whom much is given, much is required. Is that scripture? I thought that was Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. No, that's what I know from the Book of Ben. the book of Stanley.
Oh, y'all. Okay. Well, I guess I'll try to get a nap before my brother lands, and I have to go get him from the airport. So,
see how good you are with that? Because I would be like, do you have the Uber money? See
no.
how? All right, let me. I'll tell you.
That's just not touchy feely enough. You gotta go get
your. You are absolutely right. And I'm touchy, but maybe not feely. When I was younger, my sister remembered this, and she told me this story because children have helped me not be so selfish in so many ways. But my mother would call me because I'm the eldest, and she would be like, hey, take the chicken out, wash it. The stuff that mothers tell their children to do. When I tell you I don't like to cook, I need you to understand, I didn't start cooking until I had to after I got married. And I was like, I guess I got to learn how to make rice, right? So at that time, apparently what I did was I would tell, and I don't remember this, I would tell my sister, hey, mommy said, take the chicken out the refrigerator. Go ahead and clean it and prepare it. But my sister liked cooking. You understand what I'm saying? So I figured I was doing her a service because she got to do something that she enjoyed to do. Whereas I would have put that stank energy all over it because I was like, I'm in the middle of a book. I'm listening to a Prince CD.
I know, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'd be like, family's coming. Great. Y'all got arrangements?
And listen, let me just tell y'all, it's hard to make rice if you've never made it on your own. not in a rice.
Without the rice cooker.
I've never used a rice cooker. I don't know how to use a rice cooker.
I don't know how
But
to use a rice cooker, but I hear that it makes rice perfectly. Like there's no thinking about it.
Apparently does. Well, my youngest son makes rice like nothing. As a matter of fact, he said to me, this 19-year-old sir, can you not get the basmati rice because it's a little loose? The jasmine rice, holds no, the basmati's too sticky. The jasmine's a little looser. Sure. Couldn't tell me the difference. Whatever worked for you, sir.
Whatever that means. Okay.
They'll be all right.
I like both of those rices, but anyway.
Adulting.
Yes. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining us in on this conversation. Meet us November the 9th in New Jersey. Click on our website, click on a ticket, buy a ticket, see us. We would love to strategize with you, love to meet you, and join our community on Facebook. So we'll see you guys soon. Will we be here on Friday? I don't know that. I know I will not be here on Friday, y'all. I have a wedding to attend, but I don't know if the rest of us will be here. So be here Friday.
I think so. I think we could be here 11:30 a.m. I will be in Ohio, but I can jump on.
Oh, that's right. You got your 20 thing. Oh,
Yes.
I mean, I could be here because, see, I like this. So it's on my calendar. It takes up space on my calendar because I enjoy this that much.
Yes.
All right, so I don't know. We'll see about Friday, y'all. You know, just come pop on at 11:30, or get on our mailing list, and that way we can update you. BlackCoffeeHoneyandGrits.com. All right.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.